keep the bugs off. All right. No bug will come near me, especially not mosquitoes. This stuff's cool.
Tiny House Prepper.
Hey everybody, I'm Bill.
And I'm Elizabeth with Tiny House Prepper. And this is actually our intro for day 2 of our trip up to Schroon Lake for our 40th anniversary.
Yeah, you know, we got home and I started editing all of these videos to put up on YouTube and discovered we had forgotten to do this little introduction.
Yeah.
So here we are. Which brings up another point I just wanted to mention to everybody. We put out our first video a couple days ago, and we are getting so many wonderful comments and suggestions from people of things that we can do while we're here. Except that we're not here anymore. We're not there anymore.
Right.
I think a lot of people don't realize that many YouTubers, including us, are anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks behind in the videos because it just takes time to edit. It takes time to put them all together. And we were actually up there last week, the last week of June, and we came home on Friday. I know today you're seeing this, we were releasing it on the 4th of July. And so a lot of people have been telling us all the great things that are going on 4th of July in Ticonderoga or Lake George.
Lake Placid. Yeah.
Lake Placid, but you know, we're not there anymore.
Right. It's wonderful suggestions. Thank you.
So anyway.
Yeah.
So this is our video of day 2 at Schroon Lake. I hope you enjoy it.
Yes. All right, drive through our campsite. There are a lot of people that set up here. Looks like, you know, pretty permanently-ish. Some of them have one of them has like a built-in wooden deck. But they said right now, for just the time we're here, there's only like 3 families here. It's really quiet. Oh, this is really pretty here. Look at that. Can you see that playground there? It's a great playground. I don't know if you can see because of the window glare, but oh, that's cool. Yeah, this is very family friendly.
Look at the castle.
Oh wow, look at the castle for the kids. I love it.
Really narrow roads winding in and out of the trees.
Yeah.
Get some of these big RVs in
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty small, but some of these are pretty good size. It must be really something getting them in here. But you can do it. Oh, there's the river. Oh, cool. Little pavilion. That's nice. A picnic pavilion. Apparently that's a nature trail right down there. Here, I'll get it this way. This is big sign. It says nature trail. Looks like, see, those are Adirondack chairs.
So here's a volleyball court, another little playground. They got these all over the place. And a big, looks like
Like a bonfire.
bonfire pit with, as Elizabeth said, Adirondack chairs all the way around it.
Adirondack.
Isn't that what it said?
He said Adirondack.
Adirondack chairs.
All around, yep.
Yeah. If you've ever had or heard of an Adirondack chair, this is where they come from, the Adirondacks. This is where they were designed. And here's a nature trail, hiking trail.
Going down to a little beach, apparently.
This is the Metcalf Acres Riverfront Campground. It's on the Schroon River.
Yeah. Very close to Schroon Lake in the town of Schroon Lake. It's 4 miles, like a 5-minute drive.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, this is beautiful. This stick really helps me on this trail.
Notice she's walking on her own, not with a cane, but with a stick because it helps balance
Yep.
much better than a cane does.
And I know I'm in flip-flops, people are going to mention that, but this isn't super rough and I wanted to have them for the beach. I do have other more substantial shoes with me. Oh, this is... You just stepped on my stick. I'm okay. I love the smell. The whole place smells like a Christmas tree.
Yep.
You can hear the highway way off in the distance, but other than that, it's so peaceful here.
Yep. And that must have been a huge tree that died from that river. Should get a shot of that. Oh, I gotta start going frontwards. I am beyond thrilled that I'm doing this.
Me too.
Staff really makes a good thing. Thank you, chiropractor. It's a good idea.
This is the beach from the campground, and this is the Scroon River. It's very natural. You can definitely swim here. Wow, this is a pretty big place. Since we're here the week before 4th of July weekend, we are pretty much the only ones here. Next week this place would just be completely mobbed. But right now we're the only ones here. It's wonderful. How you doing, baby?
I'm just soaking up the sun.
Yep.
Whoa.
So the beach continues around.
Yeah.
It just keeps on going. This is a big place. I bet that water is really cold though.
It looks wonderful.
It was about 45 last night and we had the heat on in the trailer.
It looks wonderful. Oh, it's just so green and real and natural, and there's no chlorine in it, and I wonder if I can get down that hill. I don't know.
This is poison ivy. That's poison ivy. There is poison ivy everywhere. I get it very badly, but I learned when I was about 6 years old how to tell poison ivy from about 50 feet away, and I just simply stay away from it. Poison ivy like that is very common in this part of the country down near the creeks.
And I don't react to it at all. Our daughter does not react to it. Our son is as bad as his dad. You just have to learn to watch out for this stuff. You know, considering everything else I've had with the psoriasis, poison ivy would just be adding insult to injury.
Well, I am very proud of her because we just took this walk through the woods on this beautiful trail. It's probably a quarter of a mile down to the beach, We stopped at this picnic table on the way down. Then she went down to the beach. She got into the water, which you saw, which was bath water, warm, right? And now she's walking back by herself. I'm not helping her. She doesn't have her walker. She just has this staff. And she was just telling me how much it helps with her balance. It's not like a cane where she's putting weight on it at all. She's just using it to help her balance.
Yeah.
But she's doing really well with this walk. This is probably going to be close to a half mile by the time we finish. And you're all wiped out, but you've just done it.
I know.
We only got about 100 yards now back to the truck.
It was an adventure getting down to the water because the sand is very loose, you know, and this helped a lot. Of course, you saw that I had Bill with me. And I don't think I'm going to get him wading in the water with me too easily because it is cold. I loved it on my feet. It was really fun, but it takes me getting used to get in there. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually get into the river. We're still not giving up on the idea. But you know, of course he would stay right there, you know, with me and stuff. But I got down there.
You did.
I got down there and just thoroughly enjoyed getting my feet wet and walking on rocks on my sandals all the way back, and you know, all the usual fun stuff.
Well, and besides, this campground also has a heated pool.
Yeah, and we're definitely checking that out next. Absolutely. So yeah, that I'm looking forward to. So, alrighty, well, we're going to go check that out. This has been a beautiful walk. Now, I'm honestly going to have to go back when we're all done and really rest for a little while before we do anything different else today. But I'm beyond encouraged to have been able to do this
Absolutely.
today.
And the weather, oh my goodness, it's so gorgeous. It's about mid-70s and it's very low humidity. It's very crisp but warm, you know.
It smells heavenly.
Oh,
and the
it's
birds.
so nice to be out of the humidity.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, this is absolutely beautiful here. My goodness. I feel like I'm back in life again. Oh, I mean, it is honestly, it's no fun being in the hospital, and it's no fun being in rehab where you can't even go to the bathroom by yourself and needing help to do everything. I am just loving the fact that me and my stick are walking down this trail, and I can enjoy this and be here. I don't take it for granted, that's for sure.
So we tried to eat at Pickens Restaurant last night when we got there just as they closed. So we went in there for lunch today. Very nice, light little lunch, sandwiches and stuff. It was good.
Adirondacks. Forever wild. Outdoor adventure. Since 1892. Right by the lake, we're right by a snowball little stand with all sorts of yummies. And we're gonna get a snow cone or a snowball.
Hi. You got it. $7.50. Whoa, sorry about that.
Well, into the lake.
Thank you.
Get her putting that great big chunk of ice in there. Isn't that cool? A big piece of ice.
real shaved ice.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Use a funnel.
Yeah, it works really well. Great.
I was just telling the girls before this that some people came and bought this, that they had their alcohol. So they went and filled it up with alcohol.
Oh, goodness.
So, there are your spoons.
Okay.
Thank you.
And there you go.
All right.
Thank you.
Enjoy yourself. Thank you
Yes,
very
thanks.
much.
Oh, this is so much fun.
Pina colada snow cones.
When I was a little girl, back when snow was really clean, I was living in Wyoming, and we used to go out and gather the clean snow. And my mom would put stuff in it, flavor it, and we make our own snow ice cream. Can't do that too much nowadays, apparently, but this is delicious.
So this is Schroon Lake. It's a beautiful lake. And the snowballs here were really great. I haven't had one of those in years. I really enjoyed it. It's a very nice beach down here.
Sorry.
That's fine. It's a very nice beach down here being used.
It's been a good day. I'm still gonna go swimming in the pool.
Okay. 40 years, precious. 40 years. I can't talk. Could you ever have imagined in 1978 when we got married on that bluff in Colorado Springs that 40 years later we would be sitting here in our RV in the Adirondacks?
Do you remember what I sang to you at our wedding?
Oh, you're going to put me on the spot.
I could never promise you on just my strength alone
San Francisco.
that all my life I would care for you and love you as my own. I've never known the future. I can only see today. And words that last a lifetime would be more than I could say. But the love inside my heart today is more than mine alone. It never changes, never fails, and never seeks its own. And by the God who gives it and who lives in me and you, I know the words I speak today are words I'm going to do. So I stand before you all. So I stand before you all now to hear and see. Wow, I can't remember that part. Promise you in Jesus' name the love he's given me. And through the years on earth and as eternity goes by, the life and love he's given us is never going to die. So I stand before you before you now for all to hear and see. That's right. Promise you in Jesus' name the love he's given me. And 40 years later, how faithful the Lord has been. Wow. I surprised him when we got married. He didn't know I was going to do that. A friend played the guitar and I sang that for him.
We got married in a bluff, on a bluff, Palmer Park
Yeah.
in Colorado
Austin
Springs,
Bluffs.
overlooking the city. Austin Bluffs, yeah.
Yeah.
Overlooking the city and with Pikes Peak in the background. It was a beautiful day.
It had rained all week. We were supposed to be getting married outside. We had 22 people there. Supposed to be getting married outside and it had rained. Gully washes all week. And when I woke up that morning, we got married at 11 o'clock in the morning. When I woke up that morning, it was the bluest sky, not a cloud. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful day it was. You could see all the mountains and Pikes Peak and everything just stretched out in front of us.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, I can't top the song that you sang me at the wedding, but I can do something.
Okay. Your ukulele.
I wanted to have it memorized, but it didn't quite work. O-L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore, and love is all that I can give to you. Love is all that more than just a game for two. Love, two, in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love is made for me and you.
Just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love was made for me and you.
Oh, love was made for me and you. Yeah, love was made for me and you.
He surprised me with that. I love you. Oh my goodness.
Didn't go as well as I had hoped, but you get the point.
Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. I loved it. I loved it. Oh, wow. I'm going to add this little moment in right here when we're putting this video together. I just wanted to say that one of the things that has touched me so much with Bill singing that song for me was knowing that while I was in the hospital, he was really working. Oh, I did not know I was going to cry. When I was in the hospital, he was really working whenever he had a chance at home to get that ready, so that would be ready for our anniversary. And just to know that he was planning that and working on it, I don't know, it just really touches me a lot. And so I just wanted to say that thank you again. It was pretty cool. You're doing great on that ukulele. That's wonderful.
I'm trying. I'm a guitar player. I just picked up the ukulele recently. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yep. It was really fun. I was able to give that to him for Christmas.
Yeah, she gave me the ukulele for Christmas and then the hard case for my birthday.
Yep.
Yep.
He's doing great with it. I just knew that you'd do a really good job with it, and I figured that'd be something kind of new you could enjoy sinking your teeth into.
Yep.
Ah, that's great. Well, I will never forget that, sweetheart.
How can you? You got the video.
Oh, I know. Saved for
The
posterity.
whole world has the video.
He spent a year in Korea, and it was hard for us. It was hard
When I was in the Army.
Yeah, in the Army.
A year by myself in Korea.
And on our anniversary, during the year that he was gone, he sent me a tape. For ages, I thought that he had written the song. Found out later that he had heard it. It's a group called Liberated Wailing Wall. And he had got, figured it out and worked the whole thing out. He sent me it was a cassette tape of him with a guy playing the piano and Bill on the guitar singing this song. Oh, I played that tape until it wore out. And that song also means so much. We'll have to share that with you guys sometime. It's called The Seasons of Our Love. Oh my goodness, I'd listen to it and cry. I had it so memorized by the time he got back home. Absolutely knew it by heart. Yeah, thank you, hon. I love that. I loved it.
Love you.
I love you.
Happy 40th anniversary.
Happy 40th, sweetheart. I love my serenade. Want to do 40 more?
Let me think about it.
I would only be 102.
Yeah.
People do that, you know.
Let's go for it.
Let's go for it.
Okay.
I love you. Oh, yeah.
And of course, Elizabeth, the fish. How's the water?
It's cool. It's not cold, it's just cool. I think it's going to be fine. They actually do heat it, apparently. So it's a heated pool. Oh. Now, do I feel rich or what? This is my own pool right now. Oh,
You seem to find your own pool everywhere you go.
I know. I know. It's been that way at the other place, and oh, goodness, this is great. And by waiting till now, I don't have to worry about the sun, like, you know, getting too much sunburn, so I can just float and enjoy the trees and the sky.
Yeah, it's in the evening, so there's no sun. And the deep end, 5 feet deep.
Yep. Just relaxing. Oh, mosquito. Man, they think I'm tasty. Ah! Oh. This is lovely, hon. It really is. Wow.
I'm happy for you.
I'm gonna go down and get de-mosquitoed. Excuse me.
So in our other videos with her in the pool, several people have asked me if I swim, because I'm always just sitting on the outside like this. Actually, yes, I swim. I swim quite well, but I never find a reason for it. Quite frankly, to just do what she's doing, sitting in the water, bores me to tears. Unless there's something to do, like water skiing, scuba diving, you know, a water park, something like that, river rafting, that sort of thing, you know, shooting the rapids in a tube, something like that.
Diving.
I said that, scuba diving, yeah.
I was underwater.
Then I'll get into the water, and I'm not afraid of it. I swim well, but to just get in the water, just to be in the water, it just doesn't do anything for me at all. Not at all. She obviously can live in it. So I spend a lot of time by the side of the pool watching her swim.
You brought a good book, right?
Yeah, I got a good book. I also don't get in the water unless it's at least 85 degrees, and then that's about the bottom limit. So I don't swim in water anywhere north of the Mason-Dixon line. It's got to be South Carolina or further south before I'll even get in the water. It's where it's warm enough for me. I can't stand cold water. So anyway, yeah, I swim, but not very often.
Want me to pray? Lord, thank you for just such a wonderful day. And I pray this food will be to our nourishment. Thank you for providing. And just ask, Lord, that we can honor you in all that we do. May this be to our nourishment. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
You know, in all of these full-time RVer channels that we watch,
Right.
I realize that to them, it's not camping, it's living.
That's right.
You know, this is their house. It's not camping for the weekend. And
just in the little bit that we've been here for the couple of nights now, I can very easily see us falling into that kind of thing where this is, we're not just going camping, this is where we live.
Yep.
And I like it.
I do too.
I like it a lot.
Yep. I think we could do just fine. I even figured out a place to hang out my swimming suit. It was tricky, but I did it.
Oh, that's the most important thing. Steak, love it.
And it looks like it's medium rare. Yay. Good.
Thrive has a lot of good food, but they do not have steak. And every once in a while, you just got to do steak.
And these are potatoes that got cut up and cooked. And by the way, I love peas with my potatoes. That's why I did it
Thrive
this way.
peas.
Yeah, they're Thrive peas, but everything else is potatoes we just bought at the store and little steaks. Fabulous. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me.
Wow. What a day.
Yeah, yeah.
How did you do that, woman?
I don't
You
know.
wore me out.
I am.
You're the one that's supposed to be in rehab, and you wore me out.
Goodness. Yeah, I'm.
Okay, first we walked down by the river,
Yes.
and you walked about a quarter of a mile down to that beach, and then you walked back again, so you walked a half mile, and that was just with your walking stick, not even with your walker.
Yeah, that was with the stick.
And then we got home, and you rested for a few minutes, and then we went to town.
Mm-hmm.
And you walked all over town, and you walked through all of those stores until I was about ready to drop, and you just kept going.
Yes, I know.
And then we went down to Scroon Lake, and we didn't do a whole lot of walking there, but we did some.
Yep.
And then we came home, and you got in the pool.
I know. And then I actually cooked half of supper.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
She's doing well.
Yeah, it's been
She really is.
a red letter amazing day for me. I'm really tired now. Excuse me, but I'm so pleased with how well I did today.
She still has serious balance issues, but those are getting better, and
Yeah.
her stamina is improving every day.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got sung to today. Yeah, that was so cool. Oh, that was really neat.
So we're just really enjoying ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, we had all these plans of doing all of these great things and going, you know, up into the mountains and going to Fort Ticonderoga and tour that, and we've been there once before, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And it's turning out, we're just enjoying just kind of hanging out and going down to Scroon Lake and looking through the shops. Scroon Lake's about, the town's about 5 miles from here.
Right. And it's such a neat little town. And that lake there is just gorgeous. You know, and
Sometimes when you go on your vacation, sometimes you do too much, you know? Especially when you get old.
oh goodness.
So we're just really enjoying just hanging out in the area and getting to know the area a little bit more.
Yep.
You know, oh, and the food. You know, we were coming here, we brought a bunch of Thrive food, and we were expecting to eat a bunch of Thrive food, and we still have it. We're doing breakfast, stuff like that. But this is our anniversary trip, and we're just kind of eating out a lot, and we had steak tonight because Thrive doesn't have steak, so.
We went to the grocery store and got a steak and some real taters that you cut up and cook, and yeah, it was a really nice dinner.
Yep.
It was really nice. And I had a tuna sandwich at lunch. I just didn't have the bread part. I wrapped the lettuce around the tuna salad. It was good.
Yep. So we're just really getting into this. I mean, you know, we did an overnighter before, but this is our first multi-day trip, and we're really settling into the cottage, and we're just really feeling comfortable here, and we can just really understand how full-time RVers can just go do it.
Yeah.
You know, like I was saying earlier, we're not just camping, we can see ourselves actually living here. Not that that's going to happen, because we still have a home base that we're going to maintain, but we could definitely see going on extended trips, which is our eventual plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... I had to duck a lot in the water because, boy, those mosquitoes think I'm wonderful. But except for the skeeters, you can run into skeeters anywhere.
Yeah. So. We're loving this cottage, this RV. We're absolutely loving it.
Yep.
We're loving the lifestyle, and we're only barely starting to
This is like day 2.
Yeah,
our first big
day
trip.
2 of the great adventure.
Right. And people are going to ask, Leo's fine. He hasn't.
Yeah.
I decided not to bring him and try to get him used to it for this anniversary trip. He's well cared for. He's fine.
Yeah, right now
So-
I'm experimenting just getting him out into the truck, and he's freaking out because he's never been out of out of the house. He's 6,
He's 6.
and he's never been out of the house. So all I do is carry him out to the truck and sit in there in the cab with him, and he freaks out. So it's going to take a long time for him to get settled, and we didn't want to deal with all of that on our anniversary.
Right.
So we have, he's well taken care of while we're gone.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah. So
So we're hoping he'll adapt because when we go longer, we want to try to be sure and take him with us.
yeah, we are definitely planning to take him with us eventually.
Yeah. So we've had him explore around in here. He settled down pretty quickly. But boy, when we start up that truck engine, poor thing.
He crawls down underneath of my feet under the pedals. That's a good situation.
Yeah, yeah.
And we don't have room there in the cab for a what do you call it? A kennel for him.
Right.
Because we don't have any room beside the seat, and he's a big cat.
Right. The one kennel I have might be okay for him if he really needs someplace to feel more secure. But that would take up the whole seat. It would just
Yeah,
be...
it'd be right there between the seat, and we'd both be,
Yeah, I know.
driving like this with a big kennel between
We'll
us.
just have to see, what we can do. Yeah.
Anyway,
We'll work it out with
Yeah,
him.
so that's where we're headed. Those are some of our future plans.
Yep.
And we're just really enjoying how much you guys are looking forward to what we're doing.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps saying you're really excited to see our first trip, and well, here's our first trip.
Yeah.
So
We're trying to get into the vlogging thing. It's kind of different. We're
yeah,
trying to-
doing stuff every day and just living with the camera in your face, it's exhausting.
But that's okay.
But we're learning. It's a
Yeah.
different style from what we used to do before,
Yeah.
but we're learning. So
Yeah.
okay, everybody, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Are we done?
End of day 2.
Yeah, end of day 2. And thank you so much for all of your support. And like the video, please. Helps us a lot.
Yep.
Subscribe if you haven't done that yet.
Yep.
And
We will, I guess, see you tomorrow.
yep, you be blessed.
Yes. Love you guys.